welcome to our Soul Music Archaeology.
Halloween special.
This is our Halloween special, and this week we have a very special guest.
Yeah, he's not here yet actually, but hopefully he'll turn up and we can get to interview him.
Yeah, we heard some rustling in the garden, so he's probably close by.
Yeah,
screams.
I'll go out and check in a minute.
Yeah, Chris can go and check for him now. Because it's a Halloween special, every tune will have some sort of horror, disturbing tone to it. So this is Andy Williams, maybe.
Yeah, not that Andy Williams is disturbing, but this is very apt because this is his version of Spooky by Dusty Springfield on this album here. And a very good version it is as well. And obviously he's died recently, so rest in peace Andy Williams. Yeah, right here, indeed. It's a
nice guy.
Yeah, very, very nice groovy version. But this may be a little bit tame for our Halloween show, so we're going to go down. And then we're going to get into some hip hop, and then we're going to get into some horror soundtracks.
I get confused because I don't know.
You may notice in the background a selection of horror soundtracks.
You may also notice that Brad's voice has gone down a lot lower.
It's Halloween special.
It's Halloween special.
Nothing to do with Chris smoking many cigars in the shed.
Sorry, dude. Yeah, this is Dougie Fresh, played this only at night, released on Reality Records back in 1987, I think.
It's a bit like the Gremlins. You only play this at night.
You can, yeah. Wow. And the thing is, it's actually night time outside, and there is some rustling out there, so we are a bit spooked actually in here. But yeah, great track. Famously uses the Phantasm soundtrack as its sample base, even though they recreated it.
Here is the Phantasm.
Here is the Phantasm soundtrack, which actually has got a couple of breaks on it and even a half decent disco tune. So.
Curb your adolescence, relax your mind, and listen to this real people over alone at night.
I remember I was actually at school when I first heard this, and it blew me away. I mean, what was the guy who did the show doing this crazy, weird, tripped out sort of hip hop tune with his famous sort of beatboxing over the top? But it's brilliant, really, really good. I think he'd been watching a few too many horror films. Oops.
Yes. Cool.
Yeah, available at all good stockists, I imagine, somewhere, or Discogs. I think it goes for about sort of £10–15 or something like that. Probably a lot cheaper in the States. Anyway, let's go on to a bit more old school, horrific hip hoppery.
May I visit my sister's grave now?
Come on, let's go to the graveyard. Yo, you hanging out with me, baby?
No, I ain't going to no
Yo, baby,
graveyard.
you got to hang out with Dr.
No, it's scary in there.
Check it out, baby. Feel the groove of Dr. Vibe.
Our special guest dropped this off to us.
He did. He sent it through before he came. And yeah, and this is the Kings of Pressure. Yeah, Tales from the Dark Side. Yeah, produced by, I believe it was the Bomb Squad, isn't it? I think, yeah, it's sort of Eric Sadler and all those guys, so excellent. More ghoulish vibes.
Nightly terror has arrived. Creep show time, tales from the dark side.
It's actually a really good album all the way through, but obviously for the purpose of our ghoulish night, we're playing the ghoulish one.
We love ghoulish. Ghoulish tunes. Ghoulish tunes.
You call the cops and the cops, they got slain.
Anyway, I think So actually, we should go to a bit of UK hip hop as well. A nice bit of horrible brickcore.
Hiding safe to you knock down that.
It's just coincidence that all the scary tunes we've chosen tonight are seeming to be hip hop, apart from Mr. Andy Williams, who could not in any way be called hip hop. But yeah, they are. So there.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, not to be outdone by the Americans. Obviously, there's some good UK stuff that's of the ghoulish vibe as well.
Obviously from the soundtrack,
Cape Fear. And some drums from hell right now. Yeah, this is the Criminal Minds. A real rare beastie in its original format, and they re-released this a couple of years ago.
Hell to the sound of the dog walker. I got the horn jump feeling as a stalker. The dark voice is coming in this direction. Infection and another resurrection. Black mass, another task I have to kill ya. There's a low bass in sharp. Get ready, now feel it as I come. 2 shots to the skull with the gun. They hear this from the abyss. Bear witness. Poison the seals to your ears.
I do have to play it a little bit longer because when the chorus kicks in, it just goes mental. It's so good. And it leads us nicely into our interview as well.
Instability, yes, I'll give you some break your water apart, and that's just the start. Have a heart, cause I'll even start. MCA skis coming rugged and hard. Ripping, leaf boat turntables torn. DJ Halo, bring it on.
Yeah, that's DJ Halo on the turntables there. So yeah, you can get this still. It's a limited, pressing that they put out last year, and it's so good. So many quality tunes on here that were only released in tiny bundles the first time round. But yeah, check it out on Discogs because I'm sure they'd appreciate you buying one.
Anyway, that leads us, nicely.
Yeah, I'm just going to go and see if I can go and get the guy anyway.
Yeah, that leads us nicely onto our interview. Chris is just going to get our special guest. It takes a lot to put the Willie Hutchins up us in the shed, and this guy does. You'll know him as notorious serial killer Michael Myers, but we know us in this digging world as a guy that is really into his music and has made a successful career behind the mask out of being a DJ. So we're very lucky to have him in the shed today. So yeah, this is our interview with notorious serial killer Michael Myers. Okay, Michael, thank you for coming in the shed today.
I actually can't believe I'm here.
Yeah, it's nice for you to be here. I didn't realise that you were such a big fan.
Well, I have been watching all of them, over in Haddonsfield.
Oh, okay.
And just by chance, I was over in London. And you asked me, and I thought, why not?
Absolutely. Did you get here okay? Did you get here to the shed fine?
Well, I had to crawl, over a few garden fences and hide with some, garden furniture and things like that. But yeah, it reminded me a little bit of Mr. Riddle's garden from, back in the day.
Yeah.
But,
So it brought back some fond memories.
Of course.
Yeah. So, we'll go into a bit of why you're here, because what a lot of the viewers at home won't know is obviously you're notorious for being a mass serial killer, which work you're probably quite proud of.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
But what they probably don't realise is throughout the years of killing, you got into collecting records and then eventually become a DJ.
This is true. This is true. Yes. I can't obviously reveal which DJ I am because when I play without the mask.
Ah, okay.
So you know,
Yeah.
and I like the air of secrecy about it, really.
Yeah.
But yes, I do. I play lots of different types of things.
So you're what we were chatting earlier, myself and Chris and you, I'm a bit concerned as to where Chris has got to. I left him in the shed alone with you, and
Don't worry about Chris.
okay, and yeah, we were chatting, and you're obviously a very big digger. Now, tell us a little bit about
Graves as well.
tell us a little bit about how you got into the digging. You know.
Well, many moons ago, as you know from you know the film.
Yeah.
After I slayed my sister.
Yeah.
Well, I was sent to a child correctional facility, and some of the other boys there had lots of tapes and records, and I used to listen to them. You know, they would play them in the night time. This was the late 70s, so it was kind of disco-y, but I kind of liked it, and so I killed them, and I kept the tapes and the records, and I've never looked back.
Okay, so slightly different to us, whereas we would do trades or we would go to boot sales. You just felt it was better to murder and pillage.
Well, it's what I do, Brad. It's what I do. I can't help it. It's one of those things. Donald Pleasance doesn't get it,
Yeah.
you know, and that's what I do.
Yeah.
And so I find that instead of hunting in car boot sales and flea markets, especially in the US, well,
It's just easier to go to the source direct.
pretty much, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I just kill them and take their records.
And it's interesting you should mention Mr. Pleasance, because
Yes.
obviously you have a very similar accent, and not a lot of everyone would presume that you were American. So
Oh, I am American. I'm born and bred Haddonsfield.
yeah,
But you know, being a serial killer, especially if you're in lots of American movies,
yeah,
I thought it best to adopt a good English accent.
I think that's quite
Because,
wise.
Yeah, Americans love a good baddie, and they've all got to have English accents.
Yeah, okay. You brought some stuff along for us today, and
Yes.
this is some stuff that could possibly still have some blood on the covers, or do you like your covers mint?
I like the mint,
Yeah.
but I don't mind a few splatterings here or there.
Yeah.
It kind of, you know, takes me back to the time that I
Yeah.
murdered, if you like, you know. But yes.
Yeah.
But obviously, yes, well, you know, first and foremost.
Your soundtrack.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, John Carpenter was such a sweetie.
Yeah.
He really is. And that's probably why he's still alive. But
I hope you think the same of me, and well, clearly not Chris, but
the night is young, Bradley. The night is young. But yes, but I think he did such a good job with this one.
Yeah.
And this is a beautiful Japanese pressing, and it's got all of the, you know, well, it's got lots of me going through it.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. A lovely little piece.
okay. And this is something. Did John give you this himself, or did you take it from someone, or did you
No,
buy
he
it in
gave
a
me
shop?
this one.
He gave you that
me
one,
this
yeah.
I didn't have to murder for this one.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
And what else do you have there then?
Well, I got this rather lovely beauty. It's rather psychedelic,
Yeah.
by a group called Mighty Baby.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, I actually escaped from the child unit back in the 60s.
Yeah.
And I got this after murdering someone at Woodstock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were at Woodstock?
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. You know, you've heard of the Woodstock Baby.
Yeah.
Well, there was quite a few killings there as well, but
Yeah.
they didn't know how it happened. You know, they thought it
Yeah.
was accidental, but I couldn't help myself.
So you got into music and murder at quite an early age then?
Come to think of it, that's absolutely right. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
So this is lovely record, and it's survived remarkably well as well.
Yeah, okay, cracking. And another Carpenter piece I see there.
Yes, that's right. Yes, it's a bit battered, this one. I had to force it out of Isaac Hayes' hands as he was playing the Duke, because I actually was an extra in this film.
Ah, okay.
But I killed a couple of the extras
Yeah.
who I was working with, and well, you know.
Yeah.
so I couldn't get a starring role, obviously.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
But a great soundtrack, I thought. I thought John did really well on this one.
He does some great work, Mr. Carpenter. He does some hip-hop. That's not something I would associate with you.
Well, you know, I did, especially when they did Halloween H2O,
Yeah,
which
with
I enjoyed immensely.
Mr. Cool J.
Obviously, LL Cool J was in it.
Yeah.
And you know, it kind of got me into that hip hop vibe. Really, I was already DJing and kind of liked the sort of funky sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But then to get into hip hop as well, and then I realised there was all these great funk breaks as well.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Okay. So Kings of Pressure then.
Well, yes, this one takes me right back. Actually, I mean, even before I'd met LL Cool J. Actually, this one, Tales from the Dark Side.
Ah, yes.
And it actually has the voice of a very dear friend of mine, Vincent Price. Rest in peace, obviously.
Yeah.
But yes, and it's a great track.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Almost as good as Dougie Fresh, Play This Only at Night.
Yes.
Which famously samples the Phantasm soundtrack.
Yep.
And I remember being backstage, when they were shooting Phantasm, and me and the tall man, we would have such a laugh. It was absolutely amazing. But when this came out, it blew me away.
Yeah.
Blew me away.
Did you buy this, or did you
no.
murder a poor child for this?
I murdered for this one. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And when you murder, do they feel more precious, more
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yes.
And
it almost makes the murders worthwhile, because when I first started murdering, it was just for a homicidal thing that I had to do.
Sure.
But to get something back out of it,
Yeah.
like a good piece of vinyl, was amazing.
Okay, cracking. Okay, well, thanks for coming on.
My pleasure.
It's been a real pleasure, and I speak for myself and Chris, wherever he is. And we'll play some of your. I'm nervous now. We'll play some of your tracks, and thank you. Keep watching.
Oh, I will, and please have me on again.
We would love to. Thank you.
Hi,
and that was our interview with Michael Myers. I hope you enjoyed that. Chris, are you alright?
I'm alright. I don't quite know what happened there, but he said he liked my records and he let me go. Anyway, so weird.
Close calls, I guess. That's all we get to bring you the quality interviews.
Exactly, you've got to put your life on the line for funk.
A lot safer with Skeg and Mr. Thing, I think.
Oh, totally, yeah.
But he was a nice guy, and he lent us his break of the week. And,
he suggested this one.
Yeah.
This is Lalo Schifrin, and it's Scorpio's theme from Dirty Harry. Obviously it's not a horror film, but it's such a creepy score, and lovely drums.
It is a killer film.
It is a killer film, this, So this could have been our theme of the week, but obviously we've got a special theme to play us out on. Nice.
Thank you for tuning in, and thank you to our guest, Mr. Michael Myers.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. We did want to try and play The Son of Frankenstein, the new EP, not LP, from Mr. Jason, but we didn't quite get our hands in time to film the show. Also looking forward to the Posse Cut, A to Z Posse Cut remix by DJ Format with
that's going to be good.
A Break for Every Letter of the Alphabet, I believe.
Fantastic.
It's out Halloween, so should be out
now.
In a couple of days, sometime. But yeah, obviously everyone that got Frankenstein's album, I love this one as well, so I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, sorry we couldn't bring it to you, but we'll bring it to you in a future show.
Yeah, definitely.
This is our theme of the week.
And this is obviously Halloween. So thanks very much to Michael and for loaning us this lovely album of his.
Japanese pressing.
That's right. Yeah, very nice. So anyway, watch out when you're walking home, because honestly there's some weirdos out there tonight.
Yeah, don't have nightmares.
No.
Chris?